and a warm welcome to the Holiday and Cruise Channel's guide to family cruising. I'm Polly Winder, and over the next half hour we'll explore while taking the whole family on a cruise, maybe the best holiday you've ever had. If you've cruised before but perhaps without the kids or grandkids, we'll look at the best cruise liners for a family cruise. And if you've never cruised before, we'll explore the benefits of how cruising offers something fantastic for all ages. More than 1.6 million people chose a cruising holiday last year in the UK, and for many of them it was far from the first one. The satisfaction rate is a handsome 90%, which is why so many book again and again. The fastest growing sector of the industry is family cruises. Worldwide, more than 2 million children and teenagers a year take a cruise, and more families, including single parent families who are signing up for new cruise deals. One reason is that cruising can offer excellent value. The price you pay includes not only transport and accommodation, but meals, activities, entertainment, including children's clubs, arcades, water slides, sporting facilities and cinemas, and those services of those who run them, which makes holiday budgeting easier. Some cruise lines, MSC Cruises for example, offer free places for children or give a big discount for a third and fourth person in a cabin. Ships provide a safe, hassle-free and controlled environment. Parents can have time to themselves, knowing that their children are being looked after and entertained by professionals. Some cruise lines provide two-way walkie-talkies or beepers so you can keep in touch. The family can all eat together, or children can have their own food and eat as much as they want without doing any damage to your wallet. A cruise can suit several generations. You can have different cabins for different age groups or book a large suite enough for the whole extended family aboard some, like Norwegian Cruise Line ships. A garden villa can sleep up to 14 people. Each night you go back to a familiar room, you pack and unpack once, and yet the whole family get to experience a new destination almost daily. Most cruise ships accept children from the age of 2 years and upwards. However, some will accept children as young as 4 months old. The new mega superliners, or floating resorts as they've become known, have plenty to keep kids busy all day, allowing parents to enjoy quality holiday time together. In fact, you may find difficulty getting your children off the ship at the end of the cruise. Many cruise lines will welcome and cater for children. However, some are more geared towards families than others, and choosing the right cruise line is extremely important. We're going to look at dining, entertainment, things to do, shore excursions and much more. So sit back, relax, and let me take you on an adventure. First things first, child safety. As a parent, we always, and especially on our holidays, worry about our kids' safety. But the safety of your children is always of paramount importance to the cruise lines, with staff specially trained to ensure this. Choosing the best cruise for your family is a lot more complicated than it used to be. Onboard programmes and facilities have taken a wide leap, particularly in the past few years. A few interesting evolutions. More attention and space are being dedicated to teens and tweens, while many lines previously grouped all teens ages 13 to 17 together. Many ships are now separating tweens, which is ages 12 to 14, into their own separate facilities. Teens-only programmes incorporate a range of ship-wide options, from spa treatments to shore excursions. Megaship has taken on a new meaning. Bigger ships offer more space, more activities and some pretty amazing features that would have seemed unthinkable even a few years ago. Where rock walls and miniature golf once seemed an extravagance, kids now have access to bowling alleys, elaborate water parks with massive slides, surfing, simulators and outdoor movies. Entertainment has also taken a new level, with themed cruises now available on several ships. Families can opt for a DreamWorks experience, during which they'll get to meet characters like Shrek and Kung Fu Panda. Likewise, other ships offers Nickelodeon-themed cruises. Family suites continue to grow in popularity. Indeed, many cruise lines building new ships have designed their vessels to incorporate more of them. Food options are increasing. Special menus for tykes are offered in a variety of dining venues. Now, if you ask any parent, adult, family member or child who's experienced a family cruise, they'll tell you how amazing the kids' facilities and activities are. The latest generation of ships are specifically geared to family cruises, with children's facilities to rival and often better any that you would find on a land resort, as well as activities to suit all ages, as we've said, supervised by fully trained professionals from toddlers right through to teenagers. They often get their own dedicated play areas and swimming pools. They can also take advantage of other exciting ship features, such as rock climbing walls, ice skating rinks, surf simulators, sports courts, mini golf courses, games rooms and video arcades. And many of the larger cruise lines also offer a babysitting service. In addition, some cruise lines even organise children's shore excursions to keep them amused while they're in port. Now, are you a sports enthusiastic, artsy crafty, or do you prefer a holiday with plenty of educational or cultural offerings, or more of an outdoorsy voyage on which every day is spent in port, off to an adventure or at a beach? You'll see as you investigate cruise lines that each one has its own vibe and particular strengths. For example, while many lines offer athletic activities, Royal Caribbean sports offerings are at another level, including everything from ice skating and zip lines to rock climbing and surf simulators. Princess Cruises and Cunard, on the other hand, have a bit of a brainier bent, with science activities that include coral reef studies, astronomy speakers and stargazing respectively. While most lines offer video games, scavenger hunts, story time and craft projects, several cruise companies have developed one-of-a-kind partnerships that allow a little something extra. Princess Cruises leads the pack in this area. Kids can meet park service rangers in Glacier Bay, study coral reefs or build roller coasters thanks to the Science of the Seas partnership with the California Science Center. And Princess help prep youngsters to be the next top chef as part of their culinary arts programs. Movie-themed fun can be found on the Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas and Freedom of the Seas, on which kids can dance with characters from DreamWorks Animation. Think Shrek, Fiona, Kung Fu Panda. On MCL and Celebrity, future theatre buffs can become characters themselves and learn how to act or produce a show in adventure theatre type programmes. Some cruise lines like Carnival, Celebrity, P&O and Royal Caribbean group children according to their age spans. For example, as we've said earlier, ages 3 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 12, 12 to 14 and 15 to 17, although Carnival's youngest group is for ages 2 to 5. P&O Cruises begins its grouping with ages 2 to 4. Others, like Norwegian Cruise Line, have slightly broader age spans. Age groups are 2 to 5, 6 to 9, 10 to 12 and 13 to 17. Even broader are Princess Cruises and Crystal Cruises, which are grouping children by the ages 3 to 7, 8 to 12 and 13 to 17. So if you have a bashful 3-year-old, he or she might feel intimidated in a group activities with older children and prefer being in a programme that offers a younger child option like Carnival's. On the other end of the age spectrum, a 12-year-old who thinks she's going on 20 might feel too cool to be hanging out with youngsters and be better suited among the 12 to 14-year-old set. Also, be sure to ask if there's flexibility among age groupings. Siblings or travelling friends may want to stay together even if they're not in the same age range. Carnival place children in age-specific groups based on birth date at the time of sailing, although there are times when the age of children do enjoy activities altogether. Cunard and Royal Caribbean permit more wiggle room. Tweens and teens. In addition to things like teens-only hot tubs, pools and clubs, teens and tweens have some pretty cool offerings that they can enjoy. For example, Royal Caribbean offers improv games, the Scratch DJ Academy, teens-only ice skating and Meet the Stars backstage tour. Carnival Cruise Line's teen programme includes nightclub-like hangouts and supervised teens-only shore excursions, which include horseback riding, snorkelling and kayaking. Princess Cruises hosts special teens dinners in the main dining room, complete with photographs and a group night at one of the line's stage shows. On NCL's Norwegian Jewel, popular amenities include a rock climbing wall, a rappelling wall and a climbing cage, 6 bowling alley lanes and an impressive water park arena, with slides including a 303-foot long corkscrew tube and the drain pipe, a 104-foot tube that empties into a giant funnel. There are also 2 main pools, 5 hot tubs, a wading pool and a separate kids pool with water sprayers and its own slide. The Epic Theatre hosts the Blue Man Group, a great show for kids of all ages. The ship also offers 20 different dining options, including 24/7 pizza delivery. Nickelodeon fans will also love the Nickelodeon at Sea programme, which kids can meet and eat breakfast with characters like SpongeBob and take part in family game shows. Epic also has 46 2-bedroom family villas that sleep up to 6 people. These have 2 bathrooms and a separate kids' bedroom, which offers access to the concierge lounge and a private courtyard area. For the kids, Princess offers separate youth and teen centres with mocktail bars, karaoke machines, TVs, jukeboxes, loads of games and on some ships dedicated teen sun decks with jacuzzis. For adults, there's the Sanctuary, a peaceful sun deck for adult relaxation only, which is sometimes needed, isn't it, when we're with the kids? Now, when it comes to Royal Caribbean, it's hard to know who has the best time, you or the kids, or maybe it's the grandkids. With an award-winning Adventure Ocean programme that caters for children of all ages, from babies and tots right through to teens, your children will never be stuck for something to do, which means you'll be able to kick back and relax. Royal Caribbean caters for babies from the age of 6 months with daily activities and playgroup sessions, including music, toys and learning activities. Now, as a mum of a toddler, I've got to tell you about the Royal Caribbean's Babies to Go service, which means they provide stocked and ready-to-go nappy bags, which can be pre-ordered and delivered to your stateroom upon your arrival. This is wonderful. It means that you don't have all the hassle of packing all those baby essentials, which do take up valuable suitcase space. You'd be rather filling with shoes for yourself. Royal Caribbean offers some fabulous entertainment options that you wouldn't dream of being available at sea, like ice skating. Yes, really. In the Oasis class, Freedom class and Voyager class ships, there's an onboard ice rink where you can take lessons or take to the ice in style. There's a mini water park, complete with fountains, waterfalls, geysers and water squirting cannons, where kids could splash about to their heart's content. There's also rollerblading, golf, DreamWorks parades, and remember, it's all included in the price. There's no extra charges for this fabulous entertainment. Now that 1.5 million children are sailing the seas each year across the globe, you can find family-friendly amenities on everything from mega cruise ships to luxurious ocean liners, such as a wide range of dining options to suit the adults and kids alike. The trend towards relaxed dining on the big resort ships mean that families can eat what they like and when they like, and with meals included in the cruise fare, parents aren't constantly paying for snacks. Most restaurants have special kids menus and high chairs. Some cruise lines even offer beverage cards for non-alcoholic drinks, so kids can have fruit juices and carbonated drinks at any time during their cruise. For family meals, consider whether your children can cope with a long dining room experience without you having to skip out on desserts. If not, you might prefer lines like Carnival with its 24-hour pizza and ice cream bars, Royal Caribbean, whose Voyager and Oasis class ships included Johnny Rockets, or Norwegian and Princess, which can feature a different type of family-friendly dining venue almost every night. Royal Caribbean now offer a service where youth centre staff pick up children towards the end of meals, giving you time to enjoy the rest of your dinner and your dessert at a leisurely pace. Normally children join their parents for breakfast and lunch, but since you might occasionally want to dine on your own, on Royal Caribbean cruises they lay on a special children's tea every night featuring all the food that children will enjoy, sausages, fish fingers and pizza to name just a few. In addition, there are also many healthy options such as salads, soups, fruits, vegetables and pasta. Something really exciting and something that families love on Royal Caribbean cruises are the character breakfasts. Just imagine your children's faces when, as they're eating their breakfast, they get to meet some of their favourite film characters, like the stars of Shrek, Madagascar and Kung Fu Panda. On Princess, families come together for dinner in the main Princess restaurant or specialty steakhouses and Italian trattorias. The youngsters can attend special kids-only dinner events, while parents can enjoy romantic, ultimate balcony dinners in their staterooms. On P&O, children normally join their parents for mealtimes, but you might occasionally want some time to dine on your own on a family cruise holiday. They will lay on special children's teas. Now, on MSC cruises, chefs make healthy meals a top priority for children. Their Italian heritage means that they know all about creating delicious and balanced meals with special menus that are designed to keep the kids happy. When it comes to accommodation on board a family cruise, there are fortunately a wide variety of options to fit all budgets. Carnival, for example, has some of the largest standard cabins in the industry, accommodating up to around 5 people. Royal Caribbean standard cabins on their older ships on the small side a bit for a family of 4, but their family staterooms can accommodate up to 6 people, and multi-room family suites sleep 8. In addition, most of the major lines offer balcony cabins, which give parents a private place to relax and talk with each other after the kids have gone to sleep. P&O cabins are well equipped for the needs of the whole family. Many have additional beds. For example, in the majority of twin cabins, beds fold down from the ceiling or out from the wall. In cabins, mini suites and suites, the extra beds are on sofa beds. Norwegian Cruise Line offers the widest, most flexible selection of accommodations at sea, from spectacular luxurious suites to balcony staterooms and family-friendly interconnecting staterooms. It's also worth comparing the cost and bedding configuration of having 2 adjoining staterooms versus a family suite before booking to get the best deal. Pricing will vary by cruise lines and sailing. So you want to plan a cruise holiday that the whole family will enjoy. You've picked a cruise ship for its kids club and family-friendly dining and amenities. You've booked a cabin or cabins that will be comfortably accommodating your brood. Next step, it's time to figure out the shore excursions. Shore excursions are a crucial ingredient in the cruise experience. They allow you to make the most of your short days in port without wasting time fumbling with maps and guidebooks or trying to work out the foreign transportation systems. With family travel on the rise, cruise lines now offer a wide variety of kid-friendly options. Water sports, dolphin encounters and dog sled rides are among the offerings that tantalise today's families as they pour through their cruise documents and ponder their selections. But experienced cruisers know that the choice of shore excursion, not to mention the quality of the trip, can make or break a holiday, especially when little ones are involved. For example, take your fidgety 5-year-old on an 8-hour sightseeing bus ride. Not only you, but the rest of the tour participants are likely to be miserable by the end of the day. Or bring your sporty teen on a Mayan or Roman ruins tour. He might lag behind sulking with his iPod cranked up to top volume. Or book your urban cultured child on an outdoors nature adventure. She might give you the cold shoulder for the entire day. So, how do you weed out the good from the bad choices, keeping everyone happy and avoid wasting money in the process? Here are some tips to keep in mind, followed by some of our favourite shore excursions for little kids, big kids and teens. Know your kids. A lengthy catamaran ride and snorkelling tour may look great on paper, but if you know your Johnny or Susie suffers from motion sickness, which may not be a problem on the large cruise ships, think twice. Ditto with long, scenic bus trips. Does your child get excited about active pursuits, animals, water sports or history? Pick your excursion accordingly. Check out the lengths of shore excursions before you book. An 8-hour island tour is a great way to pack in a lot of sightseeing, but if your children have short attention spans and tend to get squirmy after an hour, opt for a shorter outing. And even if your kids can handle some long days, you may still want to consider alternating full-day tours with half-day ones. Most kids 10 years and younger will be unhappy with back-to-back days of touring and will have much better time if they can get off to some time to enjoy the ship's pool, playing in the kids club or just vegging out watching a movie in between heavy sightseeing. Shore excursions vary by destination, so keep your children's interests in mind when deciding where to go. Consider the ages of your children when researching shore excursions. Alaska is growing in popularity for families, but for someone too young to appreciate the spectacular scenery, it's, well, no day at the beach. The same principle applies to Mediterranean cruises. You don't want to fly all that way to find your kids would be happier doing water sports than touring ancient ruins and visiting museums. In the case of young children who may need to stay on board while you're in port, check to see whether the ship has a children's programme or group babysitting available. Make sure the hours line up. A children's club that opens half an hour after the last shore excursion leaves the ship isn't going to do you any good. And even if babysitting is available, ask if it's guaranteed. Otherwise, by the time you're ready to book, there may not be anyone available. Involve your kids in the decision. Narrow down the choices to a few appropriately priced excursions per port and let the family discuss them as a group. If your kids take ownership in the decision, they're likely to be more excited about the trip and probably have a better time. Now, once you've decided on your shore excursion, book them immediately upon boarding, or better yet, online before you go. With all this in mind, here are a few of our favourite kid-friendly shore excursions. Note that while we've listed the best tours for kids in various age groups, many of the offerings do have crossover appeal. Just be sure to keep your family's interests, attention span and activity level in mind when booking. Snorkeling, a day at the beach, aquariums, zoos and animals encounters, glass-bottom boat rides, dolphin encounters, nature tours, kayaking, amusement and water parks, kid-friendly museums, archaeological and historical sites, horseback riding and zipline thrills. So depending on who you're cruising with and where your cruise is taking you, excursions will vary. When you book, your dedicated team of experts will probably guide you through the options. Don't forget, if you want more information on cruising, our first-time guide to cruising is available to you absolutely free of charge. If you'd like a copy or have a question that we haven't covered in this particular guide, then give us a call here at the Holiday and Cruise channel on 0871 423 4444. You can also get in touch and request a copy through our website at www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk. Well, sadly that's all we've got time for on this particular guide to cruising, but do look out for our other handy guide programmes, including first-time cruising, river cruising and luxury cruising. But until then, goodbye.